Hey Jody, can you do a video on how you prep your skin before makeup application? Por favor y gracias. Hell yeah, girl. Let's get into it. I get so many compliments on my skin, and girl, right now this baby is dry, so this is the perfect time because my skin is not being very normal combo right about now. But I'm always getting compliments on how my makeup looks regardless of whether or not I'm going through an acne breakout or my skin is going through some changes. As a female, your hormones play a big role as to the shifts in your skin type. I'm normally normal combo, but today we are dry. So I'm gonna show you how I prep my skin. We're gonna go step by step so that my base is flawless. You can apply pretty much every single one of these steps to your skin prep. Although I'm dealing with dry skin today, contrary to popular belief, if your skin is oily, you should not stay away from hydrating stuff on the skin. If anything, it's oily because your skin feels dehydrated, so it's overproducing oils. So you kind of want to give it more so that it'll detect that and balance it out. It's this whole weird science thing I learned some time ago, and it was life-changing when it came to me working on people with oily skin. So let's get right into it. You want to start off with nice and clean, pero really, really clean skin. I already have that. Espérate, we're getting to work. Your toner of choice is gonna be Perfection, okay? Don't worry if it's illuminating, glowy, whatever. Just make sure you have a toner. We were doing so well. I feel like I'm gonna go with Fenty's for today. It is a pore refining toner serum. I want extra skincare on my skin right now because I know what it needs. Between every single skincare step, you want to make sure you give it at least 1 minute. People tend to pile on the product, but then it takes twice as long at the end to really settle, and you're not giving your skin enough time to slowly absorb every single layer because layer number 1 is still wet when you're going in with layer number 2. I'm gonna grab some of this fat water. And I like it because it is like serumy. You see, it's like a loose wet gel situation. Wait, where's my mirror? Yo estoy ciega, I can't see. And then I am going to apply this literally everywhere other than on my under eye because that under eye area, y'all know, is really sensitive. I'm gonna confess that when I got in front of this camera, I quite literally was like, I am gonna put makeup on today, but I am not inspired. Like, I had a really long, rough weekend and I'm tired. So I was just like, what do I film? I'm just, you know, I read this comment and I was like, golden. And now I feel good. I feel like my skin's gonna get what it needs to get. I'm hoping that you guys find this to be valuable information. I feel good about it. This is stuff that works for me. I know if you guys apply this every single day to your routine, it's gonna work for you. So I'm really excited. Oh, and then even though I had a rough weekend, look, I took the time to paint my nails. It was a weekend, girl. It was a weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give myself a second. Pow. I'm gonna close this because I'm notorious for spilling things. Ya ustedes saben. I'm gonna set that over. And I like that because it smells so pretty. My skin right now, it looks luminous, but it feels so dry just in general. I don't know why. Well, it's chilly here in Florida. I don't know what the heck is going on. We have like this El Nino thing happening. It's weird. So we give our skin that 1 second. I have a little fan in it. It's back there. I love that it's rechargeable, pero entonces the battery dies and then I haven't like recharged it because I'm a lazy ass. Okay, she's looking pretty. She's looking good. She's looking dewy, although it is 100% dry. This step you can do before or after your eye cream. I am going to do it before the eye cream. I'm gonna go in with my Midnight Serum. Now this is so rich. Technically you should use it before you go to bed, but I really like her, so I'm gonna apply her right now. I feel like my skin loves it and it's been doing the most, and the moisturizer is fantabulous too. But because, you know, I'm trying to rotate my product and I'm almost done with this, nena, it is freaking beautiful. I'm gonna use a different kind of moisturizer. I will take this just as I did my toner, but instead with my fingers, and I'm really gonna massage this onto the skin. Do what you feel works for you, just don't drag it down. I'm really gonna rotate in this area. I wanna make sure that my pores are going to get the most out of this product. Now this skin prep is going to work for normal combo people. I know that you guys are probably like, wait, so is this different than what you would normally do because right now you have dry skin? It's the same thing, except I'm using really hydrating products, but it's all gonna be the same steps. So you wanna go in with a toner, really tone and tighten those pores. You wanna go in with a serum, whatever serum works for you, mija, whatever works for you. While that's sitting, I'm gonna go in with the Advanced Eye Treatment. It has collagen in it by Elemis. I'll rub it back and forth. You can use one of those little, I call it the little roly-poly thingies. You can do that. I'll take whatever is left and lightly drag onto my lid. So these are the things that I do behind, oh crap, she woke up. I was gonna say, these are the kind of things that I do behind the scenes while Cam is going crazy back here before I start filming. And now she's crying. I'll be right back. I'm back. She didn't want to go back to napping, which is fine. It's perfectly okay. Either way, I had enough time in between for everything to sit and settle. So we're moving on to the next step, and that's going to be moisturizer. And I know you're like, what? You're already looking dewy. Why would you do moisturizer? Your skin needs moisture. You're just adding all these other benefits and skincare. This is gonna be the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, but you don't have to use some. I just have it. And if I'm gonna be honest, you guys, when it comes to the magic cream, and you guys know I've talked about it for years, and I've told you guys it's amazing. This is like one of the this is a travel size, not a sample. It's a travel. It's a smaller version. I do have the bigger one as well. Pero nena, let me just tell you, if you've wanted to try this, try this. I think this formula is better. I know, and it's L'Oreal. And I'm not just saying that because L'Oreal gifted it to me, because Charlotte Tilbury has also gifted me their magic cream a few times, and they both smell really nice. I like L'Oreal's fragrance better, and I think the formula is nicer, in my humble opinion. Okay, so then I go ahead with the moisturizer, and you guys saw I didn't over apply moisturizer. That's not necessary. And this is gonna add that extra hydration you need. Because you know on this channel, we keep it 100% real. I skip primers a lot because I have usually normal combo skin and I can get away with it. I wanna show you guys what it's gonna look like with a primer and without a primer. I'm gonna use a primer that everyone can use. This can help with oil control, texture blurring, pore blurring, but it's also not gonna be drying on the skin, and someone with dry skin can actually wear these and it's gonna look pretty. I'm gonna go with the No Pore Blend Primer by Benefit Cosmetics, and what I will do is I will only apply it on half of the face. I like this one because you can apply this on its own and not do any makeup at all, and it still looks really pretty on the skin. It definitely makes a difference. You'll look freaking perfect. You're like a walking filter, mija. So I'm applying this just on one side because I want you guys to see what it would look like if you wear no primer, at least on me, and then what it's gonna look like if you apply a primer. And I'm gonna use the same foundation on either side. Primer. No primer. So I look more diffused, like a walking filter, like her skin is perfection. Esa nena doesn't even have pores, right? That's here. And then here, I look like me, which is perfectly fine too. I'm gonna go in with my base. I'm gonna use this Hourglass Veil. This is their Hydrating Skin Tint. It's also hydrating. It's gonna look beautiful on the skin. I am gonna be using number 10, and I'm just gonna dab. I don't wanna overdo it, so I only got a small amount. I'm gonna dab this everywhere, and then I'll go in with a brush, and I'll be using a brush because most people, at least from what I've read in your comments, you guys are like brush girlies. So I'll go in with a brush this time. I'm gonna use my Anissa Beauty Pinnacle brush. I recommend you press the product in versus swiping. First of all, depending on the brush, depending if it's clean, there's a lot of factors. You may get brush stroke marks, and it doesn't look pretty because now then you have to go and get like a sponge and kind of pounce over that and do double the work, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. But if you press it in, you're blending and pushing it onto the skin and the skincare, and everything will look fantastico. Okay, fantastico. And she's looking really good. Let's go ahead and blend the side without a primer. Off the bat, I could tell this side just looks diffused and perfect. Still luminous, but diffused and perfect. And then on this side, I have a lot of texture, and it's called pores because we're human. Skincare is not gonna hide your pores and texture, so that's important. I purposely used this tint foundation because it has a little bit of luminosity to it, and I think it's important that I point out what I said in a recent video when I was reviewing my top 5 2023 foundations. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. I gave you guys a lot of detail on my top 5s, and so many of you guys agreed on my foundations, which makes me really happy. But what I said in that video about the foundations was when you have something with luminosity, you have to be really careful because it's going to emphasize your texture, right? You're shining a light, a beaming light on your texture and or imperfections. If it was a flat matte foundation, you guys would have been like, oh my God, her skin is perfect. This has a pore blurring, so it helps diffuse. And then on this side, we're extra luminous. So of course, you can see that I'm human and I have real skin. A way to balance it, say that you're like, no, I don't want a luminous base, foundation, skin tint, that's perfectly fine. You can go with a matte and you're good to go. But if you do have one and you're like, oh, I want to look hydrated, but I want to tone it down and I don't want to emphasize my pores, that's where you go in with your powders, which I also mentioned to you guys. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to do the brows. I'm going to bronze. I'm going to add my blush. I'm going to do the most. You guys love the way that my skin looks and I really, really appreciate it. But I really want to execute this in a way where you guys truly see the steps. I'm back and we are pretty much put together, but I wanted to show you guys. I've got my bronzer. I've got some blush, and there's still a difference between either side. And for reference, I'm using the Benetint by Benefit, as well as the Flora tint on the cheeks. I did 3 dabs of each on either side, blended it out with a sponge, and that's what we have going on. So we still have our luminosity. We still have it looking hydrated and pretty. But then in these areas here, we're still just glowy because of that tint. Due to the primer, it looks really good, flawless, pretty, hydrated. We're there. This whole side is just... Then on the side with no primer, you can tell more texture and more pores, more everything. Why am I telling you this? Because I skip primers most of the time and I'm okay with texture. I'm human. You're human. It's real skin. I'm okay with it. I think it looks flawless. It looks beautiful anyway. But I wanted to show you that there's definitely a difference and a benefit if you were to use a primer after you're done skin prepping. Not because I want the skin to look as even as possible and I'm way glowier here because I don't have primer on this side. I will go in with just a smidge of powder and powder the areas that need the luminosity to be diffused. Now, is it gonna get rid of all the luminosity? No, but it'll kind of diffuse it just a smidge. All right, guys, here is what the skin is going to look like after full-on skin prep with and without a primer. I'm curious to know, are you a primer girly or do you tend to skip primers? Let me know in the comment section. And I could not forget to announce my holiday giveaway. And what's extra fun and amazing to me is that there will be 2 winners. My giveaways are always easy. All you really need to do is leave me a comment letting me know whether or not you're a primer girly or not. That's simple. Make sure you hit the like button for me because it really, really helps this channel out. You have to be subscribed because my giveaways are only for my subscribers. It's my way of kind of giving them a little bit of me and saying thank you. And of course, I need you guys to fill out the form. I have an entry form in the description box for you guys. It's just gonna make it so much easier for me to reach out to you guys, communicate that you've won the giveaway once the winners have been selected. If you do not follow the rules, because we do check, and if you do not submit an entry form, I can't select you. So just fill out the entry form. Now the giveaway will be open for 1 week. And yes, it is open to the US and Canada because you guys know I've got to include my Canadian family. And I'm so excited I get to do a holiday giveaway for you guys. Regardless of what you're celebrating this season, it's the holidays. And it's just my way of saying thank you guys. And I want to send you a big hug and some love, girl. So make sure you're getting those entry forms in. And I wish you guys all the luck in the world. Now let's say hello to my G Squad. These wonderful people here on screen with me have joined channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. As channel members, YouTube has provided them with their very own community page, a badge so that everyone here on the channel knows that they are members and will highlight their comments on every single video. When you join memberships, you unlock special perks like exclusive behind the scenes videos, photos, and additional giveaways. If you are interested in joining the G Squad, all you really need to do is hit that join button right below this video. And if you don't see it on your device, girl, do not worry. You know I've got you. I've got a link available for you to join in the description box below. You'll see 2 playlists pop up on screen. Those contain so much more beauty content I really think you're gonna enjoy, so I hope you check them out And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.